Right, Judy. Oh, y'all all jumping up in here. I didn't know if I'd be live today or not, but Sebastian went on home yesterday. Hey, Julie. We did have a good time, didn't we? Hey, Kathy. Oh, does he? I think Roy has an alarm set or something, some kind of reminder or something, don't you, Roy? Yeah. Your muffins look good today. Y'all see Roy's muffin video today? Morning Glory muffins. Bet they are good. I know you said Paul likes to toast his. I bet that's good. Listen, I about forgot. Me and Holly went out today, and then I come home and had to go back to Sam's because Jacob was getting sleepy, so we didn't go over there. Lou, there's Lou. Lori, are you being facetious or is it really sunny? Because it ain't been sunny here in a week. Hey, Judy. But yeah, I was bebopping, filming as I was driving because, Bobby, she says, let's call it chat and ride. I'm like, I like that. So I did a chat and ride today. I might save it and ride some more, before I put it up. But I forgot. I looked at the clock. It was 12 o'clock. I'm like, oh, Lord, we got live at 1 o'clock. I still had to come in, film a haul from Sam's, eat. For real, Lori? Boy, we ain't seen the sun in a week. Rained every day for a week. Joan says she was freezing up there. She won't be here today. She's helping at the I don't know, they call it a homeless shelter or veterans shelter. It seems like it's for veterans. They're having like an annual picnic, so she won't be here today. Yeah, it has been nuts. But y'all know I like rain. Of course, my backyard's a swamp. Truck talks. Yeah, I like that. Well, that's good, Judy. You got here for a little bit anyway. Yeah, if you was here this week, it would have been nasty every single day. I ain't trying to start my coffee, but it's hot and I'm needing it. Listen, y'all, I'm getting my, on track today. Oh, really, Sue? Oh, Judy, I bet you have. I bet you are you have dry heat out there, don't you? In Arizona. Well, there's Miss Sandy. Weeks without rain. My goodness. Sandy, are you getting rain in your part of Michigan? Because Sue says she's dry in her part. Listening on your way back home. Oh, y'all got a do y'all get a monsoon season for real? For real, Judy? What happens? I start my day out with coffee, Becky. Judy, I need to know what happens in your monsoon season because I never would have picked that for Arizona. Never. I mean, I guess y'all had to get rain. You can't just not get rain, but I never thought y'all get monsoons. That's what I called it this past week. Those few days we had, I said it was monsoons. But it's soaking wet out here, and these people up here getting their yard mowed and everything. My goodness. I don't know how they didn't mar up. Dang. Now I can see dust storms, which oh gosh, I'd much rather have a rainstorm than a dust storm. I don't know. The way you baring your teeth, I don't know if you can. Go ahead, Lou. Haboob. Haboob. Is that what it's called, Judy? No, I do not. You mean melatonin? Serotonin is what you get in your brain when you're happy. You mean melatonin. Okay. I don't. I have taken now melatonin helps my son sleep. He it helps him sleep. But he's very susceptible to medicine. I took something I bought to see if it would help me stay asleep. It didn't do anything for me. It had melatonin in it, but it didn't do anything for me. So, oh yay, Jeremy! Can I say his name? Yay! That is so cool. I don't have trouble falling asleep. It's just staying asleep. So what I took was that made by Vicks. It's supposed to help you sleep longer. It did not. If you want to try it, Lou, go get it from the Dollar Tree. $1.25. If it don't work, you ain't out nothing. I take their biotin, and I'm telling you, my hair has quit falling out. Hey, Rita. Yes, Becky's son, Jeremy, who she just said hit goal, is wearing David's jeans that he didn't like. They're not like the ones that I have. I don't like them. So I sent them with Becky, and he tried them on, and they fit. Which is good because David's tall and Jeremy's tall, so it worked out. Yeah, you check. Can y'all see that right there? And there's a red scar going down. That is a deep, 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 deep scab that is itching like crazy. All I can think is maybe I burned it on the stove in the oven, taking something out of the oven. But oh my gosh. Melatonin helps, and so does taking the allergy pill. Not the non-drug, yeah, not that. Benadryl. Take you some Benadryl, Lou. That'll get you. Get you some Benadryl. Benadryl will knock you out. Really? Lou, that is odd. That's good, Becky. Oh, thank you, Judy. Wasn't that sweet? You sound like my son, Lori. He cannot take hardly anything. It affects him. Any the least little thing affects him. What y'all doing this weekend? I don't know nothing I'm doing. I reckon I'm gonna prep tomorrow. Y'all saw that eye roll, didn't you? Ugh. I don't feel like it. It ain't even tomorrow, and I don't feel like it. Same here, Lou. Oh, that's cool, Roy. He is here. He's not here with me, Sandy. He's with his daddy, but he is here. Um, he'll be here till the end of July, first part of August. Let me guess, Judy, you're quilting. Oh, Judy's cleaning her craft room. Boy, look around here. Mine's the same as it has been. Ding, ding, ding. I knew it. I knew it. I got a package coming from Judy. Judy quilts me things. She's quilted me several things. I love that. Well, I love it all. But I love, I got to get my 4th of July one out. Oh, I'm going to do that today. I'm going to do that today. Get my 4th of July one out. Put it on the bar. But I love the Halloween one because it fits perfect under my Halloween tree. Ah, I love it. Becky, are you telling me you ain't unpacked since you've been down here? Of course, you were gone a week after this, weren't you? Well, hey, Miss Bedgood. How are you today? Oh, boy, if I was there, Lori, I'd take it. When Joan cleaned out her basement of all her kitchen, serveware and this, that, all the stuff she gave away. Oh my gosh, if I lived there, I would have just backed my vehicle up and said, just toss it in. Just toss it in. Oh my God, Roy, say it ain't so. Don't. I'm not laughing at your predicament, but my God, you you make jokes. That's what I love about you, Roy. Even with all the things that's wrong with you, you don't let it get you down. You just carry on about your business. Well, there's Miss Bernadette. Yes, he is. What they do, Roy? Just hit, just out of the blue. Like, you don't know they're coming, that you just have a spasm in your hand or in your arm. Oh, Judy girl, please. I could tell y'all some stories. Listen, I used to have a very volatile what's the word I'm looking for? I used to get mad a lot. I mean, I used to get pissy mad. I'm just going to tell you. You're right, Roy, but sometimes it makes me feel better. I just wind it out a little bit. You threw a sewing machine? I've thrown and broke so much stuff. Thankfully, I grew out of that. I just used to, I guess, a volatile personality. Just just on the just like that, just like that, something would just fly all over me, and I would just fly off the handle. And I just I've mellowed out. I've always been happy and jovial and laughing and ha 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 ha, ha. But things still bothered me, and I was just quick to respond. So I'm better about that now. I don't know what that means, Lou. I don't know what that means, so I don't know if I was or not. Mercurial? What's mercurial? Oh, then yes, that's what I was. Oh my Lord, Judy, you did not. Listen, Roy, you can throw stuff even when you don't have a spasm and blame it on a spasm. Oh man, jealous. You totally can get by with that. Oh my gosh, Judy, yes. Now, I've never had my finger slammed, but I guess that would stop you. Cabinet doors. I'm gonna tell you what. Growing up, when my mama was mad, you knew it, cause she would be in the kitchen and she would start slamming cabinet doors, and your butt puckered up because you was like, "Oh Lord, here it comes." Exactly, Lou. Judy, you slammed it that hard, girl. Gum. Plot 'em, Roy. Plot 'em. Tell Paul. I had a spasm, if you don't mind. Oh my gosh, Roy. I thought it was just me. I feel funny when I'm barefoot. I'm barefoot right now because I didn't put socks on. I was just wearing my bedroom shoes. I always wear socks, but some days I'm like hot and I don't feel like putting socks on my feet. And that was today. I just didn't feel like putting socks on. So when I come over here to sit down, I slid my shoes off and I'm sitting over here and I don't have any shoes on. But it feels like I have shoes on because they're numb. And when I'm sitting in there on the chair and if I don't have socks on and my shoes are not on my feet and I'm reclined, my feet feel so weird. Yes. I tell you, numb feet is not fun. Went through the other Judy. Lou, me and David was talking. Oh, socks feels weird. Yeah, I always wear socks almost every single day. Got a mouth. Lou says she's low key, but she got a mouth. She got one of them low key mouths. Me and David was talking this morning. We was talking about something. I said, I don't even remember what we was talking about. I said, what is it I've told you? How many times have I told you how fortunate you were to marry such a now you got low key in my mind. That's not the word I'm looking for. Easygoing gal like myself. He sat there and looked at me a minute and he just went like this. We were dying laughing. I'm like, if I was as calm as you, we would be boring. Somebody's got to mix it up. So we got to be, him and me. We got to be, crazy and not crazy, crazy and calm. That's us. Well, hey, Miss Wendy. Oh, I see what you're saying, Roy. Oh, listen, Lou's my girl. Lou gets them. You mention a video. She'll have it up in 2 seconds. She's dead on it. I'm telling you. You want somebody to see one of your videos? Say, I did a video on XYZ. Blink a couple times and there it is. Lou's got it up. Hey, Wendy, listen. I bought me some grapes at Sam's today. They have black grapes. I love black grapes. I'm going to use your towel trick. I was vlogging and I did my haul of what I got at Sam's. Wasn't much, but and I said, I'm going to do Wendy's trick. If you hadn't seen her video, hey, Lou, put up. Wendy just did a tip of the day on grapes. Put that up. They need to see it. I'm going to link it in my video because I'm going to try that. Definitely going to try that. I got me some grapes. In case I get the feeling kind of peckish, I got me some I rinsed off. I know. You just roll them around. Crazy. I hate picking grapes off of stems. I hate it. I don't know how I'm going to eat as David don't eat grapes. I don't know how I'm going to eat that many grapes. I just don't know. Holy crap. Did y'all see that? See, there it is. There it is. Wendy's tips. Now, I ain't never tried that. I've seen a lot of people have tried that, Wendy. I just ain't never tried that. I've never even had a plain frozen grape. Do they get hard? Are they hard like ice? Oh, Roy. No. I wouldn't even have caught that if you hadn't said nothing. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe I will have to freeze some. That'd be one way to keep them from going bad. What do you do? Do you freeze them like on a tray and then throw them in a bag? Because if you throw them in a bag, they're going to stick together. Because you got to wash them. Well, you can dry them, but Lou will link it. Lou, link Becky's channel. On a tray, Roy. That would definitely be one way to keep them from losing them. And then, once they're in the freezer, they'll be in there for however long you need them to. Oh, that's right, Kim Bedgood. You do have a great problem, don't you? I think you have mentioned that on Facebook or something, that you have a problem with grapes. I bet they would be good on hot days. Listen, let me tell you what Jacob did. I said y'all hear it again. I don't care. If y'all don't care, I don't care. So last week when they was here, he wanted to put his shoes back on. He was out on the front porch. He has his little shark bedroom shoes, right? The little hard soles on the bed, rubber soles. And he took his shoes off and set them down there beside me at the chair while I went over to get them. There was a big old black ant on one of them, and I shook it off, and then the ant went down there, and it started crawling back, so I took the shoe, and I'm like, get, just being myself. And he started laughing. So he said, more, again. So I kept on, get. Well, Holly, she snapped me the other day, and she goes, we've watched that video 20 times, because she took video of him standing there laughing hysterically, and me over there, get. So now he goes, get, right? Well, they come over today, and she had come up the steps, and she was waiting on him. He was coming across the yard, and I went to the door and talking about, who's at my house? He's out in the yard. Before he even come up on the steps, get. So he got up on the steps, and he wanted to do it, right? Well, Holly's like, well, no, let's go in the side and let's visit first a little bit. Well, he didn't want nothing to do with it. So she picked him up, and she stepped in the door, and she like set him in the door. And when she set him down, he just flat out in the floor, fell out, wasn't having it, right up between her legs in the floor, just laying there. He wasn't crying, he wasn't whining, he wasn't doing nothing. He was just laying there because he did not want to come inside. It was the funniest thing. Oh my gosh. That little boy is just so opinionated. I'll tell you what, smart. I keep telling y'all he's smart, but I'm just telling you what, he is so smart. Okay, so I asked her today. He said nope. I asked her today because we've had rain every day. He did it. It rained the next day. We've had rain every single day. He did it Saturday. It started raining Sunday, and it has rained every single day since Sunday. So I asked her, has she seen any more come up? She said, well, she hadn't, but it's been raining. So I don't know if they build anthills in the rain. So I don't know if they had time to eat it before the rain washed it away and take it down there. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait till it dries up and see. So hopefully they won't just come up, them killed and then some more come up. I forgot to ask her if Snake Man come back. Let me ask her right quick. Because he had more traps up there. Did Snake? Because they caught the one or two, and then Nathan said he heard another one. So I don't know if they have caught another one. I don't know. I forgot to ask her. Why did everybody get so quiet? There we go. Listen, them things was eating Jacob up. I tell you. I can't believe you got chiggers in your yard, Becky. The only place growing up my whole entire life that I've ever got chiggers was picking blackberries. The only time I've ever got chiggers. And that's on my arms from not picking with long sleeves on. I ain't never got chiggers just out in the yard. You talk about clawing your skin off. You'll claw your skin off for them things. I don't want to do that. No, that ain't what I'm wanting to do. I just want to ask her a question. Oh my gosh, this is acting crazy. Did Snake Man come back? There we go. I believe it. What did Wendy say? Oh, she got to go to the grocery store. You going to do us a grocery haul? Listen, if y'all ain't checked out Wendy's channel, go check it out. Her husband, Sean, he's doing good. What'd she say today? I think she said 5.6 pounds away from gold. He's doing awesome. And Becky's son, Jeremy, hit gold. And I ain't near gold. Who's okay? Question. I'm gonna ask that on my Facebook. Let me write that down. I want to write that down so I don't forget it. Where is my pen? Where is my pen? Oh, never mind. Who is? I gotta start thinking of stuff to engage my Facebook group. Who here is at goal? I want to know who's at goal. Who's at goal, and how long have you been there? That's what I want to know. Who's at goal? How long? Okay, don't everybody speak at once. 30 pounds from goal. You'll get there. Oh, it happens, Roy. Goodness gracious. It happens. I've still got like 100 pounds to go. Oh, yeah, you don't see them suckers. You just know when they get you. I think that's awesome, Becky. Oh, well, that ain't nothing, Lori. That's good. Yeah, that counts. 52 pounds away. Listen, not impossible. That's what we just talked about. Not impossible. We're binging. Well, Lou, we're not going to let that happen. Sandy, we're going to turn you around. Turn around. Sue say, who's struggling to get it together? That is correct, Roy. You lost 125 pounds. If you got some back, you know you can get off 125 pounds so you can get off that little bit you got back. Well, it's the truth, Becky. What are you supposed to lose 30 pounds, and then if they took the skin off, lose another 30 pounds? That'd be too. That's too little. Lou, I am so fortunate David don't eat crap. I am so fortunate he is not a snacker. Bye, Kim Good. You have a good afternoon too. I'm very fortunate. He does. He likes to snack. He does like to snack, but he don't have me buy him contraband. That's what I call it. If he did, I'd be in it. I got in Sebastian's cookies. I told y'all. I got in his cookies. Them little butter cookies, the little flour looking butter cookies that you put on your finger when you was a kid. I got into them suckers. Okay, Judy, go get your walk in, girl. I didn't dance today. Holly got here early. I got up early, started working back here on my protein sheet, and I didn't even think about dancing. I'm glad you did get to come, Judy. You have a good weekend too. Lou, they're good with another cookie. That's what they're good with. One cookie's good with another cookie. Forget the tea. Those things are munchable. Oh my gosh. You get in trouble with them things. But I've started my track and I'm using my little owl book. Yes, Roy. And I put my most eaten protein foods up here so I can write them down as I eat them. So looky there, I have tracked both meals today. I deserve a medal. First thing I've tracked since, I don't know. Anybody else here have trouble tracking? Is it just me? Like Sue said, who's struggling? Is anybody struggling? Is anybody struggling? And if you're not struggling, can you offer advice to the people who are struggling? What are you struggling with? Maybe it's something different that we're struggling with, and we can help you with what you're struggling with, and you can help us with what we're struggling with. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? There's my medal. Look at me. You got that right, Lou. Ridiculous. Hey, Rhonda. Rita. So do I. Listen, Sue, I understand that. I've been like that too. I start out yes, you can do it, Nancy. Losing 5 pounds, that's good. Oh, a good old mater sandwich. I love a good old mater sandwich with Duke's mayonnaise. Woo, girl. But yeah, so it's so easy. I start out, I can lay in my bed in the morning, which I don't normally lay there when I wake up. I guess we'll say, well, not even when I go to bed, because when I get into bed, I fall straight asleep. At some point during the day when I'm actually awake, I come up with all these good plans of things I'm going to do. And I'm going to hit the floor running with it. And then something happens and it just peters out. I don't know. I don't know how we get that way. Oh, wait a minute. Rita, I don't like none of it. I don't like anything to do with trying to lose weight. And that's all the things we should do to make ourselves be successful. We need to track. We will pay more attention to what we're eating if we're writing it down. We need to weigh and measure. I measured out my cottage cheese for lunch. Yes, I did. I went over there and got my measuring cup and spooned it right on in there. What I tell you, I don't know how to do any of this stuff other than just do it. And I don't always feel like just doing it. So, okay, Roy. So, same here. And I was just saying on my car ride that when I was writing down my protein, I looked up chicken breast, raw and cooked, and I looked up like dark chicken thighs, raw and cooked. And then what I did was I got an average of all four of those calories, protein and carbs, and I averaged them. So when I eat chicken, whether it's dark, white, cooked, raw, I will measure it, and that's what I'm going to count, because I'm like, I micromanage myself so many times, and I, I think sometimes it gets me into trouble and it overwhelms me. So instead of thinking, okay, this is chicken breast, this is cooked, this is raw, look up every little thing. Okay, you ate chicken, you had an ounce, you had 2 ounces, you had 3 ounces, and put it down. I figure it'll all come out in the wash. There's not that much difference in between those kinds of chicken to make that big a deal. Now, milk, I'll count the milk, because if I buy a jug of milk and that's what I'm drinking, I will count. Okay, if it's skim milk and I'm drinking milk, then I'll count that. Or yogurt or cottage cheese. I'm not going to get an average of that, because if I buy 1 tub of it, then that's what I'll be eating. But for the chicken and the beans and the nuts, I just took averages. Roy, yes, it does get to be too much. Mine too, Nancy. Mine too. I do dance. If I would keep my scales out on the counter, I keep it just right under it. So all I got to do is open the door and drag it out. But I think if I kept it on the counter in front of my face, I might be more apt to weigh things than I am now. Oh, you carry over? Hmm. You're going to carry over till you don't have something left one day. Does it, are you, let's see, what are you counting? Are you counting points, Kathy? Yeah. There it says points or calories. Um, do you not have weeklies to take it out of? Double tracking. That is where mine needs to be, Rita. You really do. Like, especially with this cheese I've been buying and grating, shredding my own cheese. It's so fluffy when you shred it fresh that if you cram it into, like, you need a cup, 1 cup of shredded cheese is 4 ounces. You're not gonna get 4 ounces in a cup. So you're better off if you weighing. If you're gonna count it, you might as well eat it, you know? If I'm gonna take the hint for 4 ounces of cheese, I want 4 ounces of cheese. Oh my gosh, Becky. Well, they do kind of look like, I got Daisy cottage cheese and Daisy sour cream in my refrigerator, and they look exactly the same. Oh, your doctor's on WW? Cool. Now for David, I measure his, because he don't count calorie. He don't count nothing. So I just measure his quarter cup into a little bag. I just scoop his little bags and make little bags of them. But on my list on here, I have it figured 4 ounces. So I would have to weigh mine. Let me see. That's Holly. Let's see if Snake Man come. Oh, he's supposed to call Diddy before he comes. Why he don't call her? He should call her. He need to get out there and see if there's a dead snake up in that attic. I tell you what, I wish I could go back to simply feeling. I don't know that I'll ever be able to go back to that because they push protein and simply feeling you get like practically everything under the sun that is healthy, you get for 0 points. And so I could eat all the whole wheat pastas and all those things, the brown rice and the oatmeals and stuff like that for 0 points. And I could eat way too many carbs that way. But here's the thing, I lost weight on it. And how I'm eating now, the amount I eat, I would eat way less. But I can eat more of those things at a time than I can meat. Meat settles hard on my stomach, it's heavy. So, but I love to simply feeling. Oh, okay, bye, Roy. Hey, Barbara. Core is the what core turned into simply feeling, didn't it? I love simply feeling. Let's see. I would love to go back on it. I really would. That's the one I cut my Weight Watch Your Teeth on. Okay. Y'all know I don't like to eat on camera, but them grapes is looking at me. I got a thing going on with my mouth. Okay, that grape just made it even worse. It's like just like there's something weird in my mouth all the time, and I know it's that Ozempic. I know it is. So David started his new run. He now, instead of just Atlanta, he goes to West Atlanta. And he goes in an hour earlier. So instead of having supper ready at 8, now I have it ready at 7. And the thing about him going in an hour early, I think I'm supposed to go to bed because when he would leave before, sometimes I'd be asleep before he'd hit the road out here. So when he leaves, I feel like I'm supposed to go to sleep. So I'm having a trouble adjusting to his new hours because I was on the other hours for 6 months. I think it is, Becky. But you know what? If it's going to keep me from raging food thoughts in my head all the time, I'll keep taking it and just deal with the fallout. That's all I know. I don't know. Um, don't know what you would search, Lori. Like tips for counting macros or something like that. Okay, bye, Rita. I'm glad you got to come. Use that scale. It's out there on that counter. Use it. Let's get our measuring and weighing going. So you know what I did today? When me and Holly went to Walmart's? Yep. Wegovy is the same as Ozempic, only stronger. That's what my doctor told me. She wanted to get me on Wegovy, my primary care. She wanted to get me on Wegovy, and my insurance denied it, but they approved Ozempic. So the bariatric doctor, she just put it in for Ozempic. I would like to be on Wegovy if it's stronger and does better, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good now. It took, I guess I was on it a couple months before it kicked in and started working, but I think it's doing pretty good now. Do you find that it takes the food thoughts whirling in your head away? Does it help you with that? Not think about food constantly, just constantly thinking about what you're going to eat next. That's what's helped me. That's why she put it on me, because she said we got to get that under control, because I never got it under control from having surgery. It never my surgery, I've said it so many times, y'all probably sick of it, but I'm telling you, my surgery did not react. My body did not react to that surgery the way I thought it was going to, the way everybody says it does. I just did not. I just did not. I mean, I'm glad I had it. I'm there was a little bit, sometimes I would be like, before this started helping me, this has made my body react the way that I thought it should have from day one of getting my stomach done, So knowing that I changed the way I can eat forever, that's, like, whew, you wrap your head around that. But I think even when I lose this weight and I get the goal, I can't go back to eating like I ate before I had surgery. I can't. I'll gain all my weight back. So I've got to learn now. And if Ozempic is helping me learn how to feel, okay, you're full, stop. That's what they tell us. Don't eat until you get full. And then you're like, oh, I'm full. Eat until you're going to feel full, and then stop before you get to that point. And that's what I'm learning now. I'm actually pushing food away. You don't have to, somebody was saying it here a while back, you don't have to be a member of the Clean Plate Club. You just don't. You can throw food away if it's going to affect your weight loss journey and affect your weight and affect how you see food, how you're, I have to eat everything. I have to eat everything. And then you're miserable. No, you don't have to eat everything. You can push it away. You can leave something on the plate. So that's what I'm learning now. If I can't hold it, I can't hold it. Oh, did you, Nancy? Well, Lou, I'm telling you, that was me. Food was just raging in my head all the flipping time. Just that's all I studied was food, 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 food. That's good, Nancy. It took it to get in your system. It just had to get in your system to start working. That feeling full is the best feeling. I'm telling you what, because going from never feeling full, feeling like you can eat until you're going to explode, to, okay, I'm satisfied with this much food and I'm full and I can feel it and I can push it away and not finish it. That is one of the most awesomest feelings in the world, to actually feel full, be satisfied with the amount that you ate. Oh my gosh, I can't stress to you how good that feels. Feels good, don't it, Nancy? Listen, I told y'all I'm navigating these new waters of these tastes. So I'm back up on the track today. I'm telling you what, I had a protein shake for breakfast because I stood in there in the refrigerator and I just looked. Didn't nothing sound good. Even David, he was over there. He quit. He didn't eat breakfast food for about a week. He said if I looked at another egg, I was going to puke. Like, I know what you mean. I was so sick of eggs when I did my cottage cheese bowls. Those things were good. So I stood in there, I looked, and nothing looked good. I am praying that what I prepped this week does not turn me off to eat it. I feel like I can. I feel like I can eat breakfast. I feel like I can eat my lunch. I feel like I can. I just hope that when it comes to it, my taste buds are not just like, I ain't eating that. Because that's how I've been. Just like, nope, I don't want that. I want something good and tasty, and I want the forbidden fruit. So that's what I'm fighting. I'm fighting it. And that's what we have to do. We have to put up a fight. We can't let it win. Listen, y'all, we just can't let it win. I know, easier said than done. Trust me. I'm running the same race y'all are. It's hard. It's a hard race we're running. We can though. We can do it. I know we can. A lot of us, some of you may just be starting, and some of you may be in the middle. Like I'm in the middle of mine, but the middle of mine was 100 and some pounds away. So even though I'm in the middle, I lost 115 pounds. Now I'm here and I got another 100 to go. Well, I know I can do it because I did. So some of y'all have done it. Even though you've gained some of your weight back, you have done it. You can do it again. We've talked about on this channel before, you kind of got to go back to the honeymoon phase. You kind of got to look at it as your first love. You got to rekindle that romance with your diet. Yeah, I call it a diet. It makes people mad, but I can't help it. If you change the way you would normally eat, it's a diet. The way I would normally eat is what got me so damn fat. So what I'm eating now is a diet because it is not what I normally eat. But, hold please. As Jacob would say, you can do it again. Get out. You know what you can do? And I've considered it. I just hadn't done it. Listen, y'all see my haircut? Look at here. She got rid of them things. It's kind of boxy right now because I've been out in the rain. But she did a much better job cutting it this time. She razored it last time and she just used scissors this time. I think, a pound ain't nothing. You might have been a pound less yesterday. You see what I'm saying? I was up a pound this week. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. So don't worry about it. Thank you, Lori. Stay determined. Thank you, Barbara. Stay determined, Nancy. Don't fall away. Don't start taking your diet for granted. Like sometimes people take their spouses for granted. Don't take your diet for granted. Don't get so used to it that you start getting too comfortable. I think that's a lot of our problem too. We get too comfortable. We're like, oh, I know how much an ounce of this is. No, we probably don't. You know what I'm saying? I was going to sit down and just eat my portion of cottage cheese straight out of the container. because David ain't going to touch it, so I can eat out of the container. It's no problem. I was going to sit down and just eat my portion and say, okay. No, no, I did not. I actually put it in my little 1 cup measuring cup and I ate it out of my 1 cup measuring cup. I didn't want to mess up another dish. It's my little Paula Deen ceramic measuring cup. I didn't find the whole set. I found one, so I bought it. But figure out a way to rekindle it, to get excited about it again. If you've gained some of your weight back, look at where you've been and look at the things you did that got you there, and try those. Try those again. So we can do it, y'all. Oh, well, hey, Marianne and Steve. We are talking about how everybody can get back on track. How are you doing, Miss Marianne? Are you on your track pretty good? We seem to have a common theme we got going on here today. A lot of us are struggling to get it back together. And so we're just talking about how we can do it. Go write your diet a love letter. Get you out a piece of paper. You ain't got to show it to nobody. You can put it through the shredder as soon as you write it, but that'll get your feelings out. You know, they say if you have a beef with somebody, write them a letter. Don't mail it to them. Just write them a letter. And when you do, that works it out. You get your feelings out. You work through it. You kind of figure it out as you're writing it, and you're coming out with your emotions, things maybe you didn't know that you felt. Maybe write your diet a little love letter, or why you acting like you acting letter. Write how you feel. Write how you felt when you first started. All the things that got you excited when you first started. All the things now that are making you not do so well. And as you're writing, you'll be working through and kind of processing in your mind, and maybe that'll help you get back to where you want to be. I don't know. I'm just throwing out suggestions. There's all kinds of things that can help you. I mean, a third back surgery. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a lifestyle, but to me, it's a diet. It's a diet lifestyle. I know it's a lifestyle because that's how you have to live your life. So that's your lifestyle. But to me, it's also a diet because it changes the way that I used to eat. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. That's the way I look at it. What's in a name? Tomato, tomato. Yes, good luck with your back surgery. Third one would not be fun. I hadn't had my first one yet. I got to get these knees done. Then we'll worry about that back. October. I'm excited. Do you know when you're having it? Have they told you like any kind of ballpark? Yes, October 2nd. Good memory. Like any kind of time frame, that's the word I'm looking for, Marianne. October. Well, we'll be surgery buddies. He told me he wanted to keep me overnight. I think it's because I'm fat. He didn't say that, but I think it's because he wants to just make sure there's no infection. Since there's so much more fat on my legs, than maybe a typical person. He said, I'm going to keep you overnight one night. He goes, or two if you feel like it. So, I don't know. I may feel like it. Yes, Barbara. He spent the night, Wednesday night, and went back home to RJ's yesterday. Well, you've been through it twice before, so I don't know which is worse. Not knowing. Ooh. Okay, Marianne. Now you're making me creep out. A week? Well, he told me, he said he does it outpatient, but he wanted me to stay overnight. Yeah, yeah, Sue. That's what he said. He does it outpatient, but he wanted me to stay overnight. I'm assuming, he didn't say, but I am assuming because there's so much fat on my legs. Even when I lose 12 more pounds, there's going to be so much fat on my legs because I have big legs and there's a lot of fat on them. So the fat is where the infection gets in your fat layers, and I think he probably just wants to keep an eye on me because of that. That's what I feel like. Oh, that's right, Becky. Yeah, I can see staying a week for that. So, Sue, did they give you shots for 3 days before the surgery? Is that what you're saying? Straight in your joint? Ain't times changed, Sue? Good grief. They just about have a drive-through surgery, don't they? Just go on up under the shed there, get your surgery, and keep on the driving. Mm. Well, see, that's what I was saying. I don't know which is worse. Going into it not knowing what to expect, so you're just like, not psyched up, or going into it knowing what to expect and you are all psyched up. Which one is work? Psyched up about not knowing or psyched up about knowing? I don't know. Sounds like you're having a hard time knowing what's coming. That's like knowing the stove burns and you just, if you touch it, you know what's going to happen. And so you go close and you just pull back because you know what's going to happen. When my mama had her back surgery, she wasn't, her first one, she was like you. She hurt so bad, she wasn't worried about nothing. She's just like, put me under and go to town. Just get it done. And when she had her neck surgery, she basically died and they brought her back. And she doesn't really know that. She kind of knows that, but she doesn't. We didn't really tell her completely. We just kind of told her, as much as she needed to know because that would just freak her out. So, but she has to go get shots in her neck regular now. And they want her to have another surgery. She told them, she said, nope, you will never cut on me again. She said, I'll just keep getting my shots. Yeah, they have to put her to sleep. Thank goodness they don't give her neck shots awake. They put her to sleep. Her nurse, he was taking care of 2 rooms. She was in whatever the room was after surgery. So she had a room and his other patient had a room. And she was sitting up. I don't know if she was eating or what. And he was in the other patient's room. And the rooms have monitors for the other rooms. So when he's in this lady's room, he could see mama's monitors. And he was looking and he noticed her numbers. She was like going down. And by the time he got in there, she was. And so they brought her back. She had a blood clot. Mm-hmm. Oh, do they? Is that normal? Is that normal, Marianne? Oh, okay. They don't keep you awake now, do they, Nancy? And why Gobi change it? Why does that what about the drug is it that changes the way they do that? Not to my knowledge, Dee. Well, that's good because that don't sound like it feels good either. hmm They had the machines on mine too. When they give me my back shots, they had all that crap. And when I first started getting them, first few years, I did fine. And then when the shots stopped working, that's when he sent me to Duke. And he said, "Let's try another shot." That's when he hit the nerve, and I about fell out my skin. I said, "Nope, never get another shot." Well, then they sent me to the pain clinic, and he hit something down in the SI joint. Nope, not again. Duke says, "Well, let my doctors try. They're different." Nope, never again. I had 3 of them go awry, and that's the last 3 they're gonna give me, as long as I'm awake anyway. They put me to sleep. They can do whatever they want. I don't really give a flying fig, but not awake. No, it don't feel good. But the first few years didn't bother me. It really did not. I just laid there and took it. No big deal. But then when my back got so twisted, and then he hit that nerve, mm-mm, mm-mm. My back is like this. Twisted and bulging is terrible. So them shots don't work no more. I ain't getting them. Not if all they're gonna do is hurt and they don't work. I'm not putting myself through that. Yes, Marianne, when the shots stop working, you don't really have a choice. You don't really have a choice. I mean, if you want it fixed. Oh. Well, could they not maybe just have you miss a week of shots and fast for a couple of days? Like when you have a colonoscopy, you have to do this, that, and the other. Could they not have you do some kind of something for that? Well, that's good, Marianne. Probably a blessing. Listen, same with my knee shots. Them things quit working. I'm not gonna subject myself to such a thing if it don't work. Whew, it's cold in here. I got that air on 70, and I used to live with it at 68. and I would be sweating at 68. I tell you, since I've lost weight, I can take it a little bit higher. But I got it on 70, and it's just right. I got the door closed. It gets cold in here. Excuse me. Everybody fall asleep? Well, you know what I say, Marianne? I tell you, and I've said it more than one occasion. I don't know how long you've been watching me. It is okay to have a pity party. It is okay. Just don't live there. That's all you got to remember. It does not hurt nobody, and don't let nobody tell you no different. That you want to sit down and feel sorry for yourself, have a pity party, wonder why me, go through all the emotions, get it out of your system, and don't live there. Don't get that feeling and then stay there all the time. That's the part that's not okay. The part of getting it out of our system is fine. That, my opinion, I'm not a doctor, but my opinion is fine. Just don't live there. So you're doing fine. You're okay. You are okay. I know the feeling, Nancy. Oh, that's right, Lori. You're cleaning stuff out. Are you getting rid of stuff, or are you just rearranging it? I love rearranging stuff. I love cleaning stuff out. I love rearranging my kitchen. David never knew day to day to day if he would go to work at night and come home in the morning and my whole kitchen be rearranged. Because I love rearranging my kitchen. I've got my kitchen now the way I like it. I have nothing to rearrange, and it just gets on my nerves. I like condense or a little bit of this, a little bit of that when I buy new stuff. But as far as like where my food is, and no, my pots and pans, my dishes, everything is just like I like it. It's very, um, in a very um, useful setup. It's very, what the word I'm looking for. I always look for a word. So I don't have anything to reorganize, and it gets on my nerves because I want to reorganize something. I guess I could go back to my craft room, but it's kind of like I like it, even if it's a junk hole. About 7 years old. Well, if you dump something good, don't tell me. Efficient. There you go, Sue. A very efficient setup. That is correct. Well, everybody needs some encouraging. Don't y'all think? Everybody needs some encouraging. We get down on ourselves, and that's all right. We're here to encourage each other. You have one of those tables, Nancy. I tell you what, if my clothes wouldn't be all wrinkled, that would be my washer and dryer. I would just take my stuff out and just throw it up, throw it up on there and just leave it. Okay, I asked Joan the same thing. They last a long time. They just maybe lose their, and Lou, if Lou is Lou, are you still here? You're the tea lady. They just maybe lose some of their flavor. Is it like Lipton wrapped tea bags? I think they'd be good for a long time, personally. Tell, tell Lori how good wrapped tea bags are good for. How long? wrapped tea bags are good for? Like, are they lipped and wrapped in paper tea bags, that kind of tea bags? Gosh, I sent in a hunch. Does anybody else hunch over besides me? Well, go get busy, Becky. I'm sure I got something to do, but okay, yeah. The seal flavored ones. I take after my mama. She had a hunchback, and I got her hunchback. This right back here. I got some of them tea bags that's way older than a year, and I still drink them. I guess they taste fine to me. I'm not no tea aficionado, but they taste fine when I drink them. So I say keep them, and if you make it and it tastes good, drink it. And if it don't taste good, toss it. I say keep them. Yep, there you go. You know what I did with all my loose tea? I got very efficient with that as well. Here, oh, it's been a while back. I took all my little bags of loose tea, and I bought these little drawstring tea bags that you brew your tea in. I filled each one of them with my tea, tied a little knot in the drawstring, and put them back in the bag that was marked. So now when I want to make tea, it's already done, because I'm so lazy. When I want to make tea, I don't want to fool with loose tea every single time because I'm lazy. I want it ready. So now all my tea is in bags, and so I just pull it out and make it. Yeah, what does Google know? Mm-hmm. Mine does, right? In these, whatever these muscles in between the big muscle, the one that goes up under that big muscle right there, the one that goes up under it, those are ones on me that hurt. And I'll be mashing them things, and it sends like a shooting thing down my shoulder. Woo. Oh, you should try them, Lou. I got mine from Timu. I made like 2 orders of Timu when I very first heard about it. I ain't ordered nothing else, but I ordered them. Got like 100 of them for next to nothing. So they're good. They're handy little tea bags. Oh, the osteoporosis meds. Gosh, I wish I could go get me a massage, but I'm cheap. I ain't cheap at the Dollar Tree, but I'm cheap to spend money on myself like that. I'm cheap to do self care, but I'm not cheap to go shopping, which is like my hobby and what I like to do. So go figure that out. I used to get massages once a month. Boy, that girl I went to, she would dig your muscle so hard she could dig the china. I'm gonna tell you what. I told David he could never take one of her massages, because when you say you want deep tissue, that girl will put it on you. Let me just tell you. Okay, Miss Lou, I know what you mean. Put it off. Put it off. Listen, I'm going to sit here and just be rubbing myself now. You have a good weekend too. Thank you for stopping by. I'd like to go to the chiropractor too, but I can't because he'll mess up my back. I could go and like get my neck popped, I reckon, but I wouldn't let him touch my back. Some things a chiropractor can keep you from having to have a back surgery. There's some things I've heard of people, they've said they went to the chiropractor and it kept them out of surgery, but then there's some things that surgery is your only option. I mean, you can't help it. Oh, oh, I'm sorry, Nancy. Lordy. Do you see somebody, Nancy? Because I have to take depression medicine. There is such a thing as clinical depression, which you take your medicine for. And then there is situational depression, which comes from situations you find yourself in. Like when Noel died, I went into a terrible depression that was a depression over and above my clinical depression that I was taking medication for, because it was something that had happened to me that made me sad and I couldn't get over it. And it probably took me a year and a half before I quit crying every single day about her. And so there's different things that can make us depressed. Uh, are you going through something like that? I mean, I'm not trying to get your business. Don't tell me your business on here. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, oh, well, that's good that you do see a counselor. That is awesome. I'm glad you do, because a lot of people are worried that they're going to be stereotyped, and they won't admit that they see somebody. I see a psychiatrist, and I will tell you all day long that I see a psychiatrist. Um, and he helped me get out of my depression and helps maintain my bipolarness. Although I do go through manic phases and depression phases, it's not like it was before I got properly medicated. And it took some trial and error, and then we found it, and I'm I think I'm doing pretty good on it. I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, sometimes we need it. I'm so sorry, Nancy. You keep seeing that counselor. And if you need to go on medications, go on medications. You don't have to tell me if you are or not on it. I ain't trying to post your business on YouTube, but I just don't want you to think there's anything wrong with taking medications if you need medications. I first went on depression medication when I had Holly, because I went through postpartum depression really bad. I mean, really bad. I used to beg David that he drove a truck, and he drove his own truck at that time. Um, I used to beg him just to take me out on the road and run me over with it. I would just beg him. And the thing about it is I never, thank God, directed any of that towards Holly. None of my um, postpartum depression was directed at her. It was all directed at myself and the anger and all this and that, but not towards her. I didn't get angry with her. I didn't have feelings of hurting her. So I don't excuse a woman who commits things when she has postpartum depression, but I understand. It was like I told my doctor, I said, I see myself doing and saying these things, but I'm in a straitjacket and I can't do anything about it. I can't stop the words and I can't stop the actions. I'm just in a straitjacket and I can't speak. That's the only way I knew how to describe it. And so that's when I first started getting on um, mental health medication. Yes, you do have to wean off of it. You cannot stop that stuff cold turkey. Brain pulses kind of stuff. Oh, I don't know what that is. What is that, Marianne? Really? How interesting. And what does that tell them? What are they learning about you from doing that? Like why are you? Well, hey, Sandy, fine, go be that way. No, you go ahead. Tell Jim, hey. Uh, Listen, I'm sitting here rubbing and just squeezing the fat on my arms. God, I'm gonna have this fat. I'm gonna show you just blobs and blobs of fat on my arms. I'm thinking if I lost as much with 115 pounds, I know I'm gonna have skin, but is there gonna be like the fat when I lose another 100? Is the fat gonna be gone, or is it still gonna be fat up under the skin? Because I can pick a handful of arm meat. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. God. I was I was bending over doing something one day. I don't know if I was t- trying to pick something up off the floor. I don't know what I was doing. And when I was down there, my arm was like this, and my flab in my arm was blocking my view. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? It was. Oh, that is very interesting, Marianne. Ain't that the truth, Lori? Can you suck it out while you're in there? Oh, I needed to help with the forgetfulness because, oh my gosh, I am so forgetful. I need to keep a notepad and pen. I got one back here that I write on, but I need to keep one up there where I sit in the chair so I can write on it. I need to write in the kitchen if I'm over there and I think of something, because I think of something and I'm like, okay, you'll remember that. No, no, you won't. Girl, me too. I would donate my skin too. I wonder, speaking of, I wonder if when they do skin removal, if they can use that skin for burn patients. That's a good question. I know you can donate your skin after you die and they can use it, but can they use it coming off of a live body? Can they use it on burn victims? Is there some way to save it or preserve it? That is a good question. Yes, you do, Lori. If you don't look, it don't help you. Isn't that a good? I thought it was a good question. I thought it was too. Cause like if they remove this skin when this fat comes out, if they removed all this skin up under my arm, they would have a flap probably that wide. That could be good skin grafting skin. You would think. Now they can't have the top because that's where my tattoos are. They cannot have my tattoos. Now, when I'm dead, they can have them if they want them and put them on somebody. If somebody wants a tattoo but they're scared, they can put these while I'm here. They're mine. Well, then they should be able to take it off, like if they do a skin removal surgery. If they take it from the patient, unless they would have some kind of rejection. I don't know. Get it. Get it. What was you wanting? I get excited when you start talking about tattoos. Oh, I need another one. I ain't got the money for it, but if I stayed out of the Dollar Tree, I'd have the money for it. Listen, I would have had one by this time because I get one like every spring or summer, every spring or summer, and then come fall time, I get another one. And I ain't had one this year, and I bet I'm not going to get one this year. That'll be the first year since I was 53 years old that I've not gotten a tattoo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because y'all know I started getting mine at 53, right? I've told y'all that before. Oh, a piece of my skin was a tattoo. Yeah, when I die, they would just have to cut it off. I would have to leave in my paperwork that they can't split it up. They can't cut her in half. They must take her as a whole piece. I'd make them cut out every little single one. Okay, you can cut them out like you're cutting little pieces of artwork out of a paper. Listen, I got spot right there. I got to get something. But see, I'm not gonna show y'all. Y'all have seen it, but I'm not gonna get anything under there because it is fat and it's floppy skin and it's got stretch marks, and so I'll never have a tattoo under there unless I ever get skin removal. Oh, who cares, Marianne? Get it, because you know what they're gonna say. Even if Tweety Bird is Big Bird, they're gonna say, "Woo, that girl, she lived her life and she enjoyed her life. So you go get that Tweety Bird and you let it hang." Listen, I don't care. These tattoos hang from here to Timbuktu. Don't care because I'm enjoying them now. That's what it's all about. You go get that Tweety Bird. Then you come on here and tell me you got it. Where did you want it? Let's say if you did get it, where would you want it? Like, what part of your body would you want it on? But these ain't needles like a needle. This is just, it's a needle, but it's not like a shot needle. It's just a little needle that just, goes up and down 1,000 times. I don't know how many times, but you know what I mean. And just, they just draw it, just like that. So it's not like a big shot in the arm. It's totally different. Totally different. Listen, tattoos relax me. I have literally been sitting in the chair, falling asleep, getting a tattoo before. No freaking joke. Holly has a beautiful geisha girl bust on her front thigh. Beautiful. My tattoo artist, he had drawn it, and she saw it like that. I'm like, if you don't get it, I'm getting it. And I don't know where I'm going to get it. And she's like, I'm getting it. So she got it on her thigh. Looks good. Looks good. It's crazy, isn't it? I know people still say, "You're lying. You're lying. You don't like it." Well, some of us do. We wouldn't keep going back if we didn't, right? If we got one and we didn't like it or it hurt too bad, we wouldn't go back. Duh. I mean, unless you're just a glutton for punishment. Looky who it is. It's Miss Sparkly herself. Sparkly has a tattoo. How many tattoos you got, Susan? Happy Friday. Six. Oh, there you go. Any of them where you can't show us? Girl, me too. I want tons more. I want lots more. What's the problem with Friday? It's your Sunday? Yep. Yep. It is Lori's Sunday today. She had a pair of lips on her butt. I love it. Go girl. That's what I say. Go girl. About the same here. It's not too humid, but it's not unhumid, and it's drizzly. It's supposed to rain this afternoon some more. It's rained since Sunday. Listen, I tell my kids don't be putting me in no nursing home because they'll be mean to me. Because I will show out and they'll be mean to me. Because I'll show my butt and then they won't treat me good. I would keep. I would keep them, Lori. I'm just telling you, I would keep them. I would try one, and if it tasted fine, then drink it. And if you taste it, if it tastes weird, just throw them out. At the DT, oh my goodness, what did you find at the DT? Uh-oh, I hit bottom. I hit bottom. Tell us what syrup you found, Susan. Tell us. Tell us, woman. I don't know how far from Charleston I am. Let me look. I'm gonna guesstimate 3 hours. Let's see. How far is it from Kannapolis to Charleston? 3 hours and 43 minutes. I guess 3 hours. Oh, salted caramel at the Dollar Tree? Listen, wasn't that terrible about that little submarine at the Titanic? Oh gosh, that was terrible. I read an article today that said the Navy heard either an explosion or an implosion like an hour and 45 minutes after it lost contact with what they said its mothership. So it's pitiful. It's pitiful. And you know what I heard? A friend of my son's who's friends with me on Facebook because I know her back when they were in ROTC and we're, friended. She calls me mama. um, she said she had been seeing people making funny memes about it. How cold hearted do you have to be to make funny memes about a lost submarine under the ocean? That's just, that's sick. Oh, chocolate coconut macaroon. Okay, Nancy, you do too, honey. Feel good. I ain't seen one of them. I'm glad I ain't. She says she had seen them. I hadn't seen. I hadn't seen none of them. But people's cold hearted. They're black hearted to do something like that. They are. I don't know about that 19-year-old. I hadn't heard about that, Sue. So he didn't go. Did he end up not going? Oh, he did go. Oh, that's the one I was reading because I was reading who was in it, and there was a father and son. That was who it was then. It's just terrible. I'd have been scared. I ain't going on top of the ocean, and I ain't going under the ocean because that scares me. You hear that clock, Susan? You hear that for real? Oh my gosh, I didn't know it could pick that up. You're getting sleepy. No, I don't like no closed in places. I don't like no closed in places neither. No. Hmm. I tell you, I used to sleep like that, but boy, I sleep like a rock now. I don't hear my phone, nothing. Mm-mm. And my phone has a loud Post Malone ringtone. David will call. I won't hear it. Tell me he got rotated or something because I done been fell asleep. I wouldn't hear it. Hmm. Oh well, we're coming up on two. Let me see what Holly sent me. No, she sent me a snap. She's got him his table ready when he gets up from his nap. She has his after nap snack, his little juice, and all his little toys that I bought him sitting all around in his little tablet. So he's ready to go when he wakes up. Magnesium? We were talking about that earlier. So I was asking about taking melatonin. Lou was asking about taking melatonin. I've never heard of taking magnesium. Oh, well, tell Daddy Susan, we said, hey, I think I'm going to run too because we're coming up on 2 hours. I think that's enough. Don't y'all think that's enough? 2 hours of my face? I think that's a gracious plenty for anybody to be subjected to in one whole day. I got to go get me some more drink. I think I got some YouTube videos to watch because I ain't been home all day. Well, Holly's been here since early this morning. Then we went to the store and then come back. And then I went to the store and come back. And then I got right on here. So I never knew that. Never knew that. We'll have to tell Lou next week. Or if somebody sees Lou comment on one of my videos, go tell her that magnesium helps you sleep because she's having troubles. Okay, lovelies, lovely children's. I'm going to call it a day. Well, at least on my live, I'm going to call it a day. So I'm glad y'all came and participated. It was good talking to you too. Bye, Stephen. We're glad you were listening. Maybe Marianne will let you talk next time. Listen, next week, get Steve to chime in on something. Yeah, you might should, Lori. Okay, well, y'all have a good weekend too. I'm fixing to hang up. Everybody go ahead and say bye because I'm hanging up. I'm going first. Okay. Talk to y'all later.